information. Sakshi in Peckham. Your level of support, Sakshi. Did they need 72 hours? Good morning.
Hi, Nick.
Hello.
72 hours is obviously quite a long time, but I think they were sort of driven to it because the government has not responded to any of their demands, and clearly their working conditions and pay are really, really, at this point, I think they're it's quite sad to see the situation they're in.
35% lift is what they're after when you put it. Would you? That's a huge amount. Would you support that and what it might mean for your tax?
Yeah, well, I would support it, and also think it's restoring their pay. It's actually not a pay rise. In fact, I think if you see the market rates, people are leaving, and clearly the market rate is much more than that.
Yeah.
So I think it's a reasonable demand.
Do you think that if your son or daughter or younger sister or brother had an operation cancelled today, they've been waiting for a year, do you think you'd still be supporting them last section?
Yeah, I think the issue is that so many of them are leaving that it's just going to get worse. And at some point, they have to take an action. And it's really unfortunate for people who have, their surgeries sort of delayed. But really, it's just going to get worse. There's so many people on the waiting list. Do you want them to take an action now to prevent further problems?
Sakshi, thank you. I'm only finishing to get one last call in. I'm sure my colleagues will be dealing with. Have a good day, Sakshi. But I've got time for one more. Lawrence in Wembley. Your level of support, Lawrence, 72 hours. Good morning.
Right, good morning, Nick. I have first-hand experience. A big shout to Northwick Park Hospital in Harrow.
Right.
I went there last week. Within 4 hours, I was seen by the junior doctor.
Good Lord.
And she got the consultant. I was x-rayed. I had a diagnosis, and I was out within 4 hours. I could see how hard they work. I would give them 50%, Nick, not 30%.
Okay.
Money can't buy that.
And you'd be happy to pay more tax for that?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Of course, if you go to that hospital today through no fault of the hospital, it's unlikely you get in and out in under 4 hours because many doctors won't be there. Just a view on that,
Exactly.
Yeah?
Exactly, and
You're happy.
the government, this is priority, sure.
A lot of people would agree with you. And when you think it's $2 billion to put it right, it seems strange they're balking at it. Lawrence, thank you. We will move on.